Hello everyone, my apologies. Firstly, you're getting your beautiful Scorpio new moon report as a podcast style offering due to the fact that I forgot to record it. I only realised tonight and it's a little late for me to do a full video for you. So instead you've got this podcast style. I absolutely ensure that my next ones will be me on video. I will make it my mission to make this the case. So we've got this beautiful Scorpio full moon on the 12th of May. The title we have is Rise from the Ashes, Full Moon in Scorpio and the Power of Sacred Release. The tagline for the Scorpio full moon is Alchemy in Motion, Transform the Wound, Unleash the Power. So we have our full moon in Scorpio on May the 12th at 22 degrees and 13 minutes. It's occurring at 12:56 p.m. Eastern Time and 5:56 p.m. UK time. This potent lunation invites us to dig deep, confront our shadows and rebirth from the ashes of our past. Our moon in Scorpio is opposing the sun in Taurus at the same degree point and activating our master builder energy. What the full moon in Scorpio symbolizes. Scorpio is the sign of transformation, power and mystery. Ruled by Pluto, it invites us to dive into the depths of our psyche, confront our fears and come out of the other side reborn. The full moon in Scorpio shines a light on our hidden emotions, our deeply rooted desires and the unresolved trauma that we carry. But don't be afraid, because this is an opportunity for radical change. At 22 degrees and 13 minutes, this full moon is opposite the sun, which is also at the same degree point, bringing the potential for deep healing through illumination. Scorpio's intensity can bring to the surface everything that you've kept buried, making it the perfect time to face what no longer serves you. You're being asked to release control, let go of outdated patterns, and step into a new phase of empowerment. However, this isn't just about emotional release. It's about building a new foundation that aligns with your soul's purpose. This full moon isn't merely a closure, but an invitation to reconstruct your life with intention, knowing that every ending is also a new beginning. So let's check out the energies of this Scorpio full moon. So we have the sun and moon at 22 degrees in Taurus and Scorpio opposing each other. And this is a sense of power versus security. There is tension between the Scorpio moon and the Taurus sun. And it's a balancing act, okay? And it's illuminating the battle between emotional intensity and the need for physical material security. This opposition calls for balance. It asks you to ground yourself in the midst of emotional transformation. Then we've got Mercury in Taurus at 3 degrees 46, square Mars in Leo at 11 degrees. Now tension between mind and action. Mercury square to Mars fuels impulsive communication, emotional outbursts and assertive action. There may be a tendency to speak before thinking or jump into decisions without clarity. It's a sense of taking time to reflect before you take any bold steps. Jupiter in Gemini at 23 degrees with square Neptune in Aries at 1 degrees is a brilliant sense of dreams versus reality. This square prompts you to question whether you are chasing after a fantasy or an authentic truth. Be cautious of over-optimism or distractions in your plans, especially when it comes to expansive goals and creative projects. Now we have our sun in Pisces at 28 degrees, sextile Uranus in Taurus at 26 degrees. Change with structure. Saturn's disciplined, grounded energies harmonizing with Uranus's unpredictable brilliance. It's allowing breakthroughs that are both practical and sustainable. This aspect supports efforts to create lasting change, especially if you embrace innovation with responsibility. Now, what have we got now? We've got Mars in Leo at 11 degrees, and that's opposing Pluto in Aquarius at 3 degrees. Power struggles and ego transformation. Mars in Leo desires recognition and leadership, while Pluto in Aquarius demands deep transformation in how we express our power. This opposition might trigger conflicts within you, okay? But it also presents an opportunity to strip away false egos and emerge empowered by vulnerability and truth. Then we have Venus in Aries at 8 degrees, and that's trine Mars at 11 degrees. Passion, creativity, love. An harmonious trine between Venus and Mars fuels creative expression, passion, and the drive to act on your desires. It's a fantastic time to pour your heart into what you truly care about and initiate bold, passionate pursuits, okay? There's also another thing that's kind of revolving around this. There's the kind of materiality, what's material can come in that spiritual vein as well. So the moon opposing Uranus in Taurus at 26 degrees. Emotional breakthroughs and liberation. The full moon's opposition to Uranus sparks unexpected emotional shifts and liberating moments. If you've been holding on to old patterns or attachments, this aspect will encourage you to let go, embracing new liberating paths forward. Now, I'm going to get our tarot for today. Are you ready, my lovelies? I'm actually going to be using, for this moon, I'm going to be using the Midnight Magic Tarot Deck of Mushrooms by Sarah Richard, which is the powerful major arcana for our full moon in Scorpio. Right, are you ready, my lovelies? Let's see what we get. Right, let's get a card for this new, full moon. My apologies. And another card. I always do two, don't I? And another card for our full moon in Leo. Not in Leo. Did I say Leo? What's going on? Anyone in Leo? There's a message for you there somewhere. That is really, really strange. I said that. So no, we don't have a full moon in Leo. We have a full moon in Scorpio. Right, let's have a look at what the cards we've got are. So your first card that you've got is the Hanged Man. Now, you know, this is very interesting, the two cards that you've got for this full moon, because you've got the Hanged Man. We've got two major arcana cards. You've got the Hanged Man and the Sun. So the Hanged Man's asking you literally to maybe pause a little bit, maybe take a beat, have a think. Where are you going? How can you create transformation? The Hangman comes in on the energy of Scorpio, okay? It brings in that energetic vibration of going into the depths of your soul, going into the darkness, going into your shadow, clearing up what doesn't align with the person that you want to be as you move forward. It's a deep, strong messenger. It's almost like you've ignited a fuse and you're going to let it get to the end and blow and show you what needs to be tossed out, released, let go of. This is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And then your next card is Sun. The Sun. How beautiful is that, right? And the Sun comes in the energy of Taurus, saying, no, it's going to be okay. We can literally bring in everything that is grand to bring happiness back into order. We can bring that, the comfort, the joy, that beauty back into what is. And it's saying to you, by using that transformative energy of the Hangman, of the Scorpio energy, you can move into the energy where you can actually have a life that's very, very light vibrationally, that's very high vibrationally, that brings in joy and an energetic frequency that means that you can actually raise into a better space. It does call you to reach into the darkness, to move into the light, but what it is telling you is from this moment forward, if you allow that Scorpio illumination to bring you the messages it needs, then the Sun in Taurus will bring you the messages it needs too. There's something very beautiful about those cards. I really like those. So now let's have a look at the key themes of what this full moon in Scorpio is asking you to do. And the first thing is it's asking you to face your shadows. Scorpio energy loves to reveal what's been hidden. If something from your past or subconscious comes up, don't shy away from it. It's the perfect time to integrate your shadow self and claim your full power. That's what your card just said, your tarot. Now, it's also asking you to release old structures. The Scorpio full moon brings a chance to dissolve the outdated emotional or mental structures that no longer align with who you're becoming. Trust the process of letting go, as this full moon will clear the space for new creations. Anything rooted in that, in fear or shame or survival, must go. Embody emotional empowerment with Pluto's influence. This full moon offers the energy of deep empowerment. It's a time to take ownership of your transformation, rising from the ashes of old wounds or limiting beliefs. Rebirth is possible, but only if you're ready to embrace the intensity of change. Now, you also need to with this moon, you're being asked to surrender to your inner truth. This full moon isn't just about releasing what holds you back. It's about stepping into your truth with courage and trust. Allow the Scorpio full moon to illuminate your path. Let go of illusions and embrace what is real. Now, there's a few things that I lined out that you need to also maybe would be good during this moon. This full moon's asking you to stop clinging to control or certainty. It's a place of trusting the organic chaos of change. You're being asked to do it. You're also being asked to honour your inner depths as sacred rather than something to fix or hide. I hope that makes sense. Transmute all wounds into wisdom. You need to use your pain as a fuel for power. And any of you that's been watching my videos this week will know it's something I really need to do as well. You're also being asked to commit to becoming who you're meant to be, not who you've been trained to be. I hope that makes sense. It's a very deep message for you. This full moon is an initiation. It invites you to let go with purpose, not just to clear space, but to consciously reconstruct your life in alignment with your soul's truth. This full moon in Scorpio is an invitation to transform, to let go, and to trust the deep alchemical process of life. When you step into the power of your emotional truth, the world opens up in ways that you've never imagined. Now embrace this cosmic opportunity to rebuild your life, this time from a place of soul-centered authenticity. Now, if you have personal planets or points between 2 to 12 degrees of Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, or Leo, you will feel this moon most strongly, especially if you have planets in the fixed signs, as this full moon is pushing for transformation on a deep emotional level. I'm going to check that. Is it 2? No, I wouldn't say 2 to 12, actually. Bear with me a moment. I'm just going to check something. So it was, how many degrees was it? This lunation is at 22 degrees. So no, not 12. Sorry about that. I wrote it wrong, 2. So if it's at 22, I'm going to be saying, about 17 degrees, to 27 degrees, okay? If you have personal planets or points in about 17, 18 to about 27 degrees of the fixed signs, then you're going to feel this moon most strongly, or you may also feel it if you have the energy or vibration in Scorpio with ascendant moon or your sun, okay? Remember that this moon is pushing for transformation on a deep emotional level, okay? So the full moon ritual suggestions. I've done 2 things today. I've given us some full moon ritual suggestions and release statements for the full moon. So the full moon ritual is a shadow work meditation. So I encourage you to find a quiet, comfortable space. Close your eyes. Obviously, you're not doing this. You've got to do this when you're not driving. You're not operating any machinery. You're not using your hands. But when you're in a safe space, all alone, in the quiet, where you can sit quietly, close your eyes and invite your subconscious to surface. And then ask yourself, what parts of me are calling for healing or transformation? And just let your thoughts come in and bring you answers, and then journal your insights afterwards, okay? Now, let's go to those release statements for this full moon in Scorpio. Now, you can use these statements in different ways. You can use them in a ritual, journaling, or spoken word to align with transformative energy of the moon. So you can use, I let go of old identities that no longer reflect my soul's evolution. I surrender my need to control outcomes and open to divine flow. I release wounds that keep me small and embrace the wisdom they've gifted me. I let go of relationships, beliefs, and attachments that dim my power. I no longer carry what is not mine. I return to my center, whole and clear. Happy new moon in Scorpio, everyone. Not new moon. I keep doing it, don't I? I don't know why. Happy full moon in Scorpio, everyone. Have a beautiful full moon. Really, really find what you need to go inside toward, where your shadow is lurking, and find those messengers that you need to help you to grow into where you're meant to go. I'm sending you so much love. Just a little something from me. I'd really love your prayers and your wishes and your good wishes. Please send me some really good energy. I'm trying to get some kind of culmination and understanding about when I'm going to get my operation. So I'd absolutely adore some help because I can't afford to pay for it. So I really need your wishes and your prayers instead. So that'd be wonderful. Thank you all so much. And namaste, everyone. And I will speak to you really, really soon. Have a beautiful, happy full moon in Scorpio. And take care of yourselves. And if you got this far, you could give me a thumbs up and maybe a subscribe if you feel called to do so. Take care. Lots of love to you all. Bye bye, everyone. Take care. Bye. Bye.